Okay, so we got our measurement, 10 and 1/8, or 1 and 5/8. Always write down your measurement. Don't rely on your memory. It's weak. So, we're going to start with measuring our 1 and 5/8, right? And I'm sure you guys know what 6 inches is, or even 3. But we're just going to make a guess measure here. Okay, so our square is about, I don't know, 6 inches, 5 inches, something like that. And I want to make a mark at 1 and 5/8. So you go to the half. A half is 4/8. So it's the mark next to the half. Okay, and we're marked 1 and 5/8. Now, since we want to make our line 10 inches long, we're going to make 2 marks at 1 and 5/8, right? So go over here, find our half. 4/8 is half an inch, or 5/8. So just look at the half plus 1. Beautiful. Then we'll take our straight edge of this square right here, line it up nice and straight on our marks. Okay, that's definitely more than 10 inches. Alright, so then take our handy dandy tape measure. And so we want to go 10 and 1/8. Okay. Measure twice, cut once. Seem to be golden, so we'll take our square. We get our edge straight. Beautiful. Okay, so now that we have our measurements, steel is thin enough. I could obviously use tin snips, but I feel like this is a important time to teach you guys how to use a grinder. So here's our grinder. Now, when you're cutting like this, well, that is that's exactly why you don't have the grinder like that, right? Because when you're grinding, okay, and the sparks are coming at you, right? That's how you want to be. Well, people want to go this way, so the sparks are going that way, right? But I been drinking a little bit, so I didn't tighten my grinder wheel down, right? And if I was gonna start my cut in a way where the sparks were gonna fly that way, when that wheel came off, it would have hit me in the chest. And that's exactly why you want to cut this way. to prevent any kind of, like, I'm going to show you how fragile these wheels are, right? Look at this. You know, I broke that with my hand. Imagine that coming loose while you're grinding, right? You just saw that grinder wheel fly off. You know, glad I was grinding in the right direction, and that's why the wheel went that way. Well, let me go get my wheel again. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, so put our wheel on like that. Put our nut on. That's crazy. I've never done something so stupid in my life. We'll get our hand condoms on. Okay. Cinch up our wheel. Give it another test fire. Excellent. Didn't it come loose? Alright, so when you're cutting metal with a grinder, you're sending little pieces of metal shavings everywhere, right? Eye protection is a must. Don't be an idiot, right? Well, the other thing you have to think about is you breathe in life. So you're going to be breathing while you're grinding. And if you're breathing with all these little metal particulates going everywhere, you're going to get them into your lungs. So it's important to use some kind of respiratory protection, right? You can use like a bandana, a face mask, you know, disposable, you know, one of them stupid COVID masks. I'm going to use a single-use disposable filter for my lung protection today. Alright, so we cut our piece. Now on the inside, the corners are rounded. So I'm going to bring this back inside. I'm just going to kind of mark the corners that I need to round off here. So I'm just going to go do that, and then I'll bring it back out here and show you how it's done.